Hey guys, how are we doing today? My name's George and welcome back to a brand new video. And for today video is going to be the Swindon Town Criminal on my channel, guys. And I think I did say in the last episode that I actually went away over the weekend to Liverpool to watch the WWE live event on Sunday. That's where I went, and I believe on the Friday when I was going up to Liverpool, Luke Williams actually got sacked. Now, by mutual consent, obviously that means he's got sacked or left the club. Yeah, it's funny because obviously he said he wasn't going to leave the club, but then saying that obviously Lee Power's got something up his sleeve, which I don't really know what is going on. Obviously there's a few kind of issues going on at the moment regarding the management role, as in like we had Adi Vivash obviously who left Chelsea after 9 years. He said he's not interested in the job. A lot of people didn't want him in it anyway, so it's like, okay, so now what we're going to do now? What players, no, what manager are we going to get in? Now, the recent favourite is obviously going to be Steve Evans. Obviously, was at Leeds. Not many fans want him again due to certain things. I believe he said about the club and all that stuff like that. He's obviously at Mansfield at the moment. They're currently sat. Basically they got. I think they were like 11th in the league. But then saying that Mansfield have come out and said there's been no approach for him. So again, no one really knows what's going on. Now, it obviously could still be Steve Evans. Obviously, I don't really know, but still. And to be honest, I don't really know what is going to go on. So, if Swindon Town are actually ever watching this video, just let me be in charge. You know, why not? You know, if you're not going to go any experienced manager, fuck it. I'll certainly be happy to take over the role. Obviously, it's a joke, guys. Like, it's a joke. Yeah. So obviously, we are coming. I would say towards the end of this season. Obviously, we are in March now, so there's not really that many games left, I'm pretty certain. I think there might be, I want to say, let's just put it out there, maybe 2 episodes left in the Championship. Obviously, you know, I want to get to the Premier League as soon as possible. We are still sat in 2nd place, I believe, anyway. Yeah, so I believe this video is around about 16 minutes long. I did try and get as many games in as I possibly can. I think 16 minutes is pretty good, but we do make it 2-0 though, as Sean Murray with a pretty decent goal, to be honest. Obviously Emery Moore scored the first goal, and then the second goal Sean Murray makes it 2-0, which is pretty good for us. Yeah, so it's just one of those things that, like I said, I just want to kind of get this season over and done with, because I really want to get Swindon to the Prem as soon as possible, and then I can bring you guys some, you know, better gameplay, I guess, in a way. I don't know. But we do go into this game half-time at 2-0, which is pretty good. I can't really fault anything really going on at the moment. Just got to keep plugging on, obviously. So, now, it's a funny one, because, like, I would love to do another career mode on another team. Obviously, Connor Thomas there makes it 3-0, which is pretty good. Obviously, I was actually planning to do a Sunderland one, but since we're going to get Swindon to the Prem, I don't really want 2 Premier League or 2 league-based teams. It's hard to explain. Like, I don't really want to, do you know what I mean? So I'm potentially thinking of doing another one. I don't know, though, because we are in, obviously, May now. FIFA's virtually, you know, kind of on its life cycle, I guess. Obviously, Ultimate Team's still a thing, because we still haven't had Team of the Season, which is coming out on Friday. I wouldn't mind doing some Team of the Season videos. I really wouldn't mind doing that. Obviously, I do play Ultimate Team. Probably as much as career mode. Obviously, I mostly play FIFA the majority of, like, the games. Basically, FIFA's my main game, and it always will be. So, obviously, a very, very close second is going to be Black Ops Zombies, or just zombies in general, or anything in general. But we do make it 4-1, though, in this game. Obviously, QPR made it to make it 3-1, and then Sean Murray again. Missing a penalty, but we gets the rebound to make it 4-1. So a very, very nice, comfortable victory against QPR, which is obviously good for us, because, you know, we kind of still want to get top spot if we possibly can. Now, obviously, I can't see that happening, but if we keep winning games, you never know where we will be. So here's a squad report for you guys. Obviously, if you guys really wanted to know the team itself, what is going on, and all that kind of good stuff like that, it's all there for you in its glory, I guess. I did kind of, like, I always like to do this where I got the positions where everyone wants to see it. So, like, the goalkeepers, the right back, the centre backs, left back. So it's basically easier to kind of look at the certain players you want to look at. The team's looking pretty good at the moment. Obviously, there's a few players that you know, might not be here next season, purely for the fact that we got some pre-contracts coming in, obviously, anyway, which is going to be good enough for the Premier League, and obviously players that usually start in this career mode, especially in this season, probably may not feature next season. Now, there's obviously players that I want to bring in anyway, but it just depends on the budget as well, because the budget might not be good. You never know. So we'll find out when we get there. So also another thing, I will be bumping up the difficulty to legendary come the Premier League. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to kind of throw out there a little bit, because now there's another topic I kind of want to talk about. Is obviously about career mode itself. Obviously, Swindon Town will be in League 2 next season. We will eventually get them to the Premier League. Like, it's virtually guaranteed that we will be in the Premier League next season, regardless of this career mode. So, you know, we are still sat second place. Obviously, there is teams that are virtually 1 to maybe 4 points behind us in second, obviously, to get the second place spot. But I feel like we're still going to get there anyway, so I'm pretty much confident we will anyway. And obviously, this career mode is not supposed to be realistic, guys, because why would Emery Moore be a Swindon Town player in League 1? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just like small things like that. Like, why would Dolberg, probably the most youngest, well, the best young striker you're ever going to get in European football at the moment on this game, you know, why would he come to League 1 side for a 2-year loan? Do you know what I mean? It's just small things like that, you know, like, it's obviously not going to be realistic. Obviously, we got Rico coming in, obviously a Spanish midfielder, 80 rated, looks very, very good. We actually had to take off Dolberg because he actually picked up an injury in this game. Just small things like that, you know. Obviously, like Carter Vickers, you know, why would Lee Power spend £1 million on a centre back in League 1? Just things like that again, you know. It's just one of those things that I just like to bring up. So the signings we will make in the summer and forthcoming, they're not going to be realistic. And obviously, I want to get Swindon to win the Premier League eventually, and to maybe even win the Champions League. You never know. That's just my aim. And probably my aim for the first season in the Premier League will be, I mean, like, I would like to get Champions League straight away, but then again, people will say, oh, it's unrealistic, the squad's not good enough, all that kind of good stuff like that. But really, guys, I just kind of want to just kind of get this series where I want it to be in the most shortest amount of time, because, you know, why not, you know, because that's just what I want to do. So yeah, that's kind of my kind of plan for this series. So if you guys think, oh, George, it's unrealistic, all this kind of good stuff like that, then, you know, maybe this career is not for you, which is fair enough. I don't really mind. But we do win the game 1-0 anyway. Dolberg's going to be out for 3 weeks, which is a bit annoying, but obviously we've still got Joel Osoro to kind of come back up a little bit. As you'll see here, though, our next game is against Cardiff, and we are still sat 1 point. Well, Burnley are still sat 1 point behind us, so all we really got to do is just continuously win games. And obviously the squad is pretty good for championship level, in my opinion. There's some good players in there with good potential. And obviously, thinking about it, guys, like, there are certain things that I wish I did in this certain career mode that obviously I can't change now. Like, when we got into the championship like we are now, getting some pre-contracts in the first season, that's kind of like my kind of downfall that I wish I kind of did. Because I probably would have got some more decent players for the Championship and going forth into Premier League. So that's kind of like the only regret that I kind of have in a way, because obviously, you know, the better players we have, it kind of just feels better to play with the team. But hopefully the signings that we did bring in for next summer, for the summer for the Premier League, I'm gonna put it out there. We are gonna win the we're not going to win the Prem. That's what I didn't mean to say that. I basically meant that we are going to go into the Prem regardless, because I just want to get it done, you know, and I feel we will do that anyway. So, yeah, that's just all I'm going to say about that, because, you know, everyone wants to, well, obviously I want Swindon to get out of the League 2 next season, and I actually haven't renewed my season ticket for next season as well, so I'm not going to be going to many games next season for Swindon Town, because I don't really want to watch League 2 football. And I'm obviously I do credit the fans if they wanna whatever they wanna do. I don't really care what they wanna do. If they wanna watch Swindon Town in the League 2, then fair enough. They need as much support as possible. But for me, I just don't really want to spend about £375 for a season ticket to watch League 2 football, where I don't really feel confident in the team that we have at the moment. And the signing, obviously we don't really have a team at the moment. Obviously there's a lot of players that got released, all that stuff like that. So I really couldn't care less at the moment. And that's purely for the fact that I've kind of just lost interest in Swindon Town in general, because it's just, you know, a lot of things are just not right at the moment, and I don't feel confident in the owner and the management that's going to happen. I just don't feel confident. Obviously, they will probably prove me wrong. I want them to prove me wrong, obviously, but I just don't really see why I should spend over. You know, I'll tell you what, Sean Murray scored some bangers in this episode. I'll tell you, he's been a very, very good player for us this season, and I'm quite annoyed that we let him go, actually. I believe he's at Colchester now in League 2, which he shouldn't even be playing in League 2. He's a very, very good player. He just didn't get a chance, once again. You know, there's certain players that didn't get a chance in this specific season, and it was just a massive mess this season, put it that way. It was a massive mess, and that's why I don't feel confident going forward, and I'm assuming a lot of fans feel like that as well. Personally, I don't know who's going to be the Swindon Town manager. I don't know. I couldn't really give you a odds-on favourite. Now, the bookies say this. Obviously, Steve Evans is going to be the manager. I don't know. I simply do not understand what is going to happen. If I knew, I'd let you know. As soon as I know any information that you guys might not know, then I will let you know. But obviously, why would anyone let me know in the first place? But we do make it 2-0 against Cardiff. It looks like we're going to get another 3 points in this game, which is very, very good for us. I believe Espinozo actually scored, so pretty good for us. Obviously, come through the academy, which is good. So yeah, it's all looking good at the moment in this career mode. Obviously, I would like to get more videos out frequently, but it's just I don't really have any answers really. Like, it's just my own fault for not uploading. And I always say every I was going to say the F word then. Every FIFA cycle, I always say, you know, I've always got excuses, and I do, you know, that's just the way it is. And, you know, we're just going to have to keep going forward as and when, you know. I love making videos for you guys. You guys seem to, I mean, obviously the views are not there, and I don't expect them to be there because of how inconsistent I've been. And I just like making videos for you guys regardless of the viewership itself. I like doing videos for my entertainment, and if you guys want to watch it as well, then that's good. And it's just looking good at the moment. I'm really enjoying playing FIFA at the moment. Obviously there's Zombie Chronicles coming out as well. If you guys are into zombies and play zombies, then it's a good time to be a zombie fan, because obviously there's new 8 remastered maps. That's what I'm going to put out there. If you guys are not interested in that, then fair play. But yeah, that's what I'm really going to throw out there. So we are still sat in second place though, which is good. I think we're going to probably be sitting there for the rest of the season, because I can't see us catching Middlesbrough, and I can't see us really dropping many points come towards the end of the season. Now, that obviously could easily change. I don't know. Who knows? There is some games like that I've played this season that I thought, bloody hell, is this team even going to be capable in playing on Legendary next season? Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I will get to that when I get to that, and when we are up to speed with the career mode. Because obviously, I've got a lot of footage saved up, so that is, you know, where we finish at the end of the season and all that stuff like that. So, you know, we do make it 1-0 though. Menderos getting the goal. Now, I believe it went down as an own goal anyway, because it took a massive deflection. So, you know, that's just the way it is. But 1-0 we go into at half-time. Pretty good. Can't really fault anything at the moment. Like I said, I just want to get this season over and done with. As you see there, it did go down as an own goal, because it did take a massive deflection anyway. Yeah, so all kind of good in the hood at the moment. I don't know why I just said that, but I just said it anyway. Price does try to take a shot there, but it does get deflected out for a corner. and we do swing the corner in, and I believe nothing actually happens. So a bit annoying, but then again, what can you do? But once again, we're going to try and get a second goal. We're going to push on because we want as many goals as possible, but they do actually intercept us, and Forest go on the attack here. And I believe they, well, Sevilla makes a good save. So again, pretty good with that, pretty happy with that. But they do get a corner though in the 73rd minute, and they swing the ball in. We do head it away only as far as one of their players. He does take a shot, goes over the bar, or goes wide of the post. Wherever you want to say it, I don't really mind. But it was, I would say past the post, not over the bar. But it was just really, really a very, very poor attempt. Price gets through here though, and does make it 2-0 in the 81st minute. So another 3 points in the bag, and we can't complain. We've got some very, very good players coming through actually. Like, you know, like the youth players that we've got, they're pretty good. And the squad's good enough. They just need to just live up to their potential, which they will do eventually, you know. So it's all good. It's all good. Now, whether, you know, next season's going to be good, who knows? We'll just have to find out and wait and see. But they do get one more opportunity, though. And they do actually make it 2-1 in the 90th minute. Pretty poor defending, pretty poor goalkeeping in general. But luckily enough, we get the 3 points. And happy days for us, I guess. So anyway, guys, thank you guys ever so much. I always mess that up. Thank you guys ever so much for watching today's video, guys. I really do appreciate if you guys leave a like, and if you want to subscribe as well, I would appreciate it. And I'll speak to you guys very, very soon, guys. But until then, guys, have a good day, and goodbye.